Good morning, children. Welcome back with the next new session. So, in this session, we are going to discuss the question and answers part from the lesson number 22, Rulers and Buildings from 7th standard. Okay. So, I'll be reading the question one by one and let you know the meaning of these. Okay. So, let's begin with the first question. So, I can see there are 10 question and answers from this lesson. So, I'll be reading them and let you know the meaning. So, first question. How is the Tribate principle of architecture different from arcuate? See, in the lesson we have discussed what is Tribate style of building and what is arcuate style of building. Okay, so just you have to write what is the principle, that means what is the importance of this kind of architecture. Okay, so you have to show the difference as well as you have to write the importance of these kind of architectures. Okay, so second question, what is shikhara? What is shikhara? So that means you have to explain them in words what is shikhara. Okay, then what are the elements of Mughal Chaharbagh garden? What are the elements of Mughal Chaharbagh garden? So what is the importance of Chaharbagh garden? So why did Akbar has started the concept of Chaharbagh? Okay, what is the importance? And you can also mention some of the examples if possible. Okay, then fourth question, how did a temple communicate the importance of a king? How did a temple communicate the importance of a king? So what is the importance of the particular king as well as the particular kingdom is resembled from the temple? Okay, in those days, in previous days, the king's main focus was to build their kingdom properly, to build their forts properly, to spread their kingdom. Okay, then another thing is to build more and more temples so that their importance can be seen through the temples there. Okay, their names will be involved with the god's name, that means similar kind of god's name as well as the king's name will be same, whereas the names of the inscriptions were written on the temples walls. Okay, some of the like the shikhara or the gopurams are on the names of the king's initials. Okay, so these kind of importance were given to the kings, or what are the importance, why did the kings have built the temples? So what it is, you have to write it. Okay, then read the second para of introduction of part of page 197 and comment on it. So children, there is a paragraph in the page number 197. You have to read that paragraph, that is second paragraph. You have to read it and you have to comment and give your suggestion. Okay, then sixth question, how did the Mughal code suggest that everyone, the rich and the poor, the powerful and the weak, received justice equally from the emperor? Okay, so what they are asking is, how did the Mughal code suggest everyone? So what did the Mughals concept was? Why did the Mughal have started this kind of an concept of there should be no discrimination among the rich and the poor, okay, as the powerful and the weak sections. So there should be no difference among the people. So this was a concept which was started by Mughal. So they are asking what are received justice equally from the emperor. So is it a good concept of providing this is justice is being served, or there is a discrimination, or what it is, you have to write in it. Okay, then the rich and the powerful construct large houses today. In what ways were the constructions of kings and their courtiers different from them? The rich and the powerful construct large houses today. In what ways they were constructed of the kings and the courtiers different from them? Okay, so what they are saying is, in the present days what we see is, every people who are rich enough, they have beautiful houses, they have big houses, they have spacious houses, they have villas, they have forts, they have palaces, these kind of places where they usually live. So what they are asking is, in those days, in those previous days, the kings and their fellows, that means people like the soldiers or the army people or the people who sit along in the king's court, these like the ministers and all, these people also used to build these kind of palaces. So is it presently, is it in the same today also? That means if the president is there, the next maybe the vice president, is he also having the same kind of a house? Or the people like the personal assistant or the people who are army, that means the bodyguards, do even they have the same kind of an building what this president has? So what it is, you have to write it. Okay, then is there a statue or a memorial in your village or a town? Why was it placed here? There. What purpose does it serve? So they are asking us, is there any kind of a statue in your city or in your village or in your town where you're staying? If it is there, why it is situated? What is the importance of it? Okay, then what purpose was it serve? So what is the reason of keeping it? Okay, is it giving any kind of an output of it? So why it is placed? Okay, on about whom it was, like who is the person, or like whose image or whose idol has been kept there? Okay, what is the importance? You have to write it if it is there near your house. Okay, then ninth question, visit and describe any park or garden in your neighborhood. In what ways it is similar to the different from the gardens of the Mughals? So what you have to do is, if you visit in your if you visit any garden, that means in your house or maybe your neighbors or maybe your relatives, if you have ever visited, once you have look of the gardens, so can you show any kind of a difference that Mughal people have the Chaharbagh kind of a garden? So is there any differences, or is there is there any kind of a similarity? So you have to show, you have to explain the difference and the similarity of the gardens which were there in the Mughal time and the gardens you have seen in your neighbor's house. Okay, then the last question, locate the following in the India map. So you have to take an India map and you have to locate the places like Delhi, Agra, Amritsar, Tanjavur, Hampi, River Yamuna and Khajuraho. Okay, so these are the places: Delhi, Agra, Amritsar, Tanjavur, Hampi, River Yamuna and Khajuraho. So you have to locate these places on the map of India. You can take a political map or you can take an outline map of India, whatever is available with you. Please make sure to locate these places and paste the map of India in your CWs. Okay, so I hope you have understood the explanation of these 10 question and answers from the lesson number 22, rulers and buildings. For any more doubts and queries, please ask us immediately. We'll meet up in the next upcoming class with a fresh new lesson. Till then, bye children. Thank you. Have a nice day.